I'm back! Hello, Dr. McGrath here again. You're probably getting sick of me, but too bad. You have to watch this. So what we're going to do next is talk in this video about the anatomy of a chord. I wanted to get to it last video, but I couldn't fit it in. We just kind of did a real warm-up with playing chords in the key of G. Now we're going to talk about how chords are put together. I think most of you have this down pretty well, but some of you are still a little confused, I can tell you. Give me that look in class, like this whole look. So I want to clarify these things and make sure that you can all absolutely ace the written portion of the midterm exam in a few weeks. So let's talk about the anatomy. Let's dissect a chord. So we've learned a lot of chords in this class. Let's see, one of my favorite chords is the C major chord, which is the one chord in the key of C. And so let's take a look at a C chord. Okay, got your fingers down. Okay, beautiful C chord. Okay, now, what are the ingredients of that C chord? What are the ingredients of any regular chord? Root. What else? Skip every other one. We have a root, we have a third, and we have a fifth. Now, sure, we'll learn lots of really super cool chords at the end of the semester. Some really chill chords where we've got extra things added in, some kinds of sevenths. That will be really fun. But for right now, we're just going to talk about the chords that you've learned so far: basic major chords, basic minor chords. So when we're talking about a major or minor chord, we're talking about a chord that consists of a root, a third, and a fifth. And in the C chord, we're talking about a C for a root, C, D, E. D would be the second, so C, D, E, F, G. C, E, and G. Seg. That gives us the ingredients of the C chord. So, does it matter what order those are in? Well, yeah, it kind of does, because we're playing the chords in root position. And the way we hear harmony, we like to hear it from the bottom up. That's how our ears kind of build the sound of harmony. So, we've been playing things in root position because it sounds the most stable. It sounds really nice and happy and stable and safe to play them in root position. Later on, we might not play them all in root position, but for now we are. But how about the rest of the notes? Well, here, let's see the order that occurs with the C chord. We've got root, C, and what's the note on that fourth string? That's the D string. We're playing the second fret, D, skip one to E, right? So we're playing an E, that's C, E, and then we've got an open string, C, E, G. Oh, we went in perfect order, C, E, G. But then we've got another C, and then we've got another E. If we wanted to, we could even go like this. That would be still a C chord if we add that G on top. It just would create a different voicing of the chord. Voicing is the word that's used to describe how the notes are stacked inside of a chord, how we get that specific sound that comes from the chord. We can stack it in a lot of different ways. We can stack it here, still a C chord. We're not learning how to do that in this class, but that still is a C chord. Listen. Sounds different because it sounds a little higher, a little bit more shimmery, but it's still a C chord. It still has all the ingredients of a C chord: the root, the third, and the fifth, C, E, and G. So, anatomy of a chord. Now, major chord versus minor chord, what's the difference? Now, we know that there's really a difference to our ears, right? If we play a C chord, we could start singing Happy Birthday on that chord. But say we take an E minor chord, I don't think we can start singing Happy Birthday. It would sound really wrong, because a minor chord has a completely different sound. It still has a root, a third, and a fifth. So how does it get that different sound? What did we talk about in class? The filling. It's the inside of the sandwich. Okay, so think of a chord like a sandwich. Think of it as having just the regular bread, the root, and the fifth, but the filling really creates the sound. And if you've got like a majorly huge sandwich, majorly, yes, majorly, it's major. If the filling is a little bit higher from the root, we get a major chord. But if we take that third and we reduce it down and bring it closer to the bottom part of the sandwich, to the root, we end up getting a minor chord. That's how it works. It's really simple. It's really cool. So, for example, if we take our E minor chord that you all know and love, that's our horse with no, right? Horse with no name chord, really fun chord. We've got our E minor chord, okay? Well, what are our ingredients? We've got our E as our root, E, F. G is our third, E, F, G, A, B. E, G, B are the ingredients of an E minor chord. And let's just make sure, I mean, just in case you don't trust me, let's check it out. 6th string E, yeah, there's our E, we're in root position. What note is that? That's on the A string. Skip 1 to get to our B. So there's our B. Oh, there's another E. Oh, that's a power chord, isn't it? Right? Power chord is just the outside part of the sandwich, just the bread. That's why power chords can't be major or minor. They have no filling. Okay, so we got a power chord right there. Okay, we got our E, our B, our E, and then our G, B, E. Okay, stacking E, G, B. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to change that into a major chord. So let's take the third. What was the third again? E, F, G, A, B. So that G is the filling, that's the middle part. And where is the G in this chord? Find it. 3rd string. You got it, 3rd string. Okay, now let's increase that. Let's raise it up. Let's get it farther away from the root by a half step. And a half step on the guitar is just a fret, the distance of a fret, right? So we've got our E, B, E, and now instead of a G, we need a G. Say it. Yes, you can say it. I don't care if you're in a computer lab right now. No one's going to care. Just say sharp. You can whisper it if you want to. We need a G sharp. Add the G sharp. So happy, so nice. We've got a major chord. Okay, minor, major.